When pastors don't practice what they preach. Forgive me, but hypocrisy isn't a problem of pastors. It's a problem of perception. The Greek word hypocrisis means to act a part. And isn't that exactly what the ego does? The whole self you think you are is a role in a play you never auditioned for. The hypocrite is not just on stage, it's in the mirror. A Course in Miracles doesn't use the word hypocrisy because it isn't interested in calling out behavior. It isn't trying to clean up the stage. It's trying to wake you from the dream. Behavior is just the shadow of thought. And when you attack shadows, you stay in the dark. Pointing at pastors, priests, or politicians for not living up to their sermons is just another trick of the ego. It says, "Look over there. That's the problem. Not me. But who's the one judging? Who's the one keeping the tally sheet? That's the real actor." The Course calls this the unhealed healer. Someone who believes sin is real, then offers forgiveness that keeps guilt intact. Isn't that what the world's outrage at hypocrisy does? It says, "You should be better, but since you're not, I get to keep my grievance." And grievances are just anchors that keep the mind chained to the past. The truth is, no leader can give you what you refuse to accept from God. Waiting for a flawless pastor before you trust the Spirit is like waiting for the body to stop aging before you believe you're eternal. You will be waiting forever. When a pastor falls, when a leader fails, it only exposes the illusion that holiness could ever be a role. Holiness is not performed. It is remembered. It is the quiet certainty of your own innocence, and it doesn't need a pulpit. So what does it mean when pastors don't practice what they preach? It means nothing. Nothing real has been touched. The real question is, why are you still looking to another body to carry the truth for you? If the truth is yours, it cannot be betrayed. Holy hypocrites. Maybe that's the only kind the world can show you, because the world itself is the mask. The only way out of the theatre isn't to boo the actors. It's to step off the stage. Now here's the deeper layer. Hypocrisy looks like contradiction, saying one thing, doing another. But the ego itself is the grand contradiction. It says you are a body and then blames you for acting like one. It says you are guilty and then demands you prove your innocence. It says you must live by a code and then condemns you when you cannot. Hypocrisy isn't just in pastors. It is in the very structure of the separated self. Every mask the ego wears eventually cracks. And when it cracks, people call it hypocrisy. But the Course would call it opportunity. Because when the mask fails, you can finally stop worshipping the mask. This is why the obsession with leaders failing is so sticky. It isn't about them. It's about you. It's about the hidden hope that someone out there will live the truth for you so you don't have to remember it for yourself. It's about the comfort of outsourcing holiness so you don't face the terror of your own holiness. And when they fall, the betrayal feels personal, because you handed them a burden that was never theirs to carry. The hypocrisy of leaders is nothing compared to the hypocrisy of thinking you are not the Son of God. That is the primal contradiction, believing you are weak when you were created invulnerable, believing you are sinful when you were created sinless, believing you are separate when you were created one. All worldly hypocrisy is just a faint echo of this first lie. And all outrage at hypocrisy is just a way of distracting from this deeper denial. So what's the way out? The Course is crystal clear. To forgive is to overlook. Not to overlook behavior in the sense of excusing it, but to see past it entirely. To recognize it as part of a dream that has no effect on truth. To forgive is to remember only the loving thoughts you gave and received. Everything else was a role in a play, an act on a stage, a mask in a masquerade. When you see this, the hypocrisy of leaders dissolves into the unreality of all appearances. You realize the pastor never was holy and never could be unholy. He was never the carrier of truth for you. He was only ever a figure in your dream, mirroring back the guilt or innocence you wanted to see. The freedom comes not from demanding that pastors be perfect, but from realizing they cannot add or subtract from the truth in you. The only hypocrisy worth exposing is the one in your own mind, the belief that you are what you are not. And the only way to undo it is to stop playing along. So yes, pastors may not practice what they preach. But the deeper question is, are you practicing what you are? Are you remembering the innocence you were given? Are you willing to let the masks fall, both theirs and yours? Because once the mask falls, there's no hypocrisy left, only light, only wholeness, only the truth that never needed to be acted out, only the quiet joy of knowing you were never broken in the first place.